Hello my lovely ladies and welcome back to a new video. In today's video we're talking about how you can receive that special treatment from people, that princess treatment, and how you can be treated with extra love and care from everyone. So ladies, I would say let's get straight into today's video. So ladies, I am sitting in a different background. I am sitting in my bedroom. I just moved houses, so I'm really trying to put everything together. But I hope you like this background. I'm playing around with different backgrounds right now. Another thing I want to mention is that I would like to thank you all for mentioning that you're interested in the challenge. So in my last video I uploaded, I talked about maybe it's a good idea for us to participate all in the challenge so we can go out, live life, and also meet new people, become more social. Many of you mentioned that you're interested and you want me to put the challenge together. So I am working on it right now. More information is coming soon. So definitely stay tuned and keep an eye on the community tab as we're going to post most information there. So that introduction out of the way, today we're going to talk about princess treatment. Specifically, how can you be treated with extra love and care? What are the things that you can do to receive that treatment? But before we start with the tips that I have for you in today's video, let's look at what princess treatment is exactly. Princess treatment often refers to being treated with kindness, respect, and care, much like a fairy tale princess might experience. It's getting that extra attention and that special treatment from people. Princess treatment can be received from men in a romantic way, but it can actually also be received from everybody you come in contact with on a daily basis. So I'm now going to give you some tips on things that you can do to get that special treatment from people that you are in contact with, from men, but also from other people in your life. The most important thing to understand when it comes to receiving a special treatment from people is that a lot of it has to do with how we treat ourselves. You've heard it before and I've said it before. We teach people how to treat us based on how we treat ourselves and based on what we accept and what we don't accept. So a lot of the tips I'm going to give to you in today's video are based on that. So that being said, let's start with tip number 1. The most important thing in order for you to receive princess treatment is understanding that you are truly worthy of receiving special treatment. So I personally think that this might be the most important point of today's video because it all starts with our beliefs. It starts with the way that we feel about ourselves, the way that we think about ourselves. So you need to feel truly worthy and deserving of being treated in a certain way. It's not just you saying, I deserve to be treated with a lot of love, care, and respect. No, it's you believing you are worthy of that treatment. It's that confidence and self-assuredness that make people more inclined to treat you with more respect and give you that special treatment. Something interesting that I observed over the years is that women who were treated like princesses by their dads, so true daddy's girls, it is easier for them to receive and allow that princess treatment because they were already receiving that from their fathers. So when they are in a romantic relationship, it's so much more normal for them to being treated like princesses. And for women who were not raised by their fathers, like myself, or who don't have a really good relationship with their fathers, it might be a little bit more difficult to receive princess treatment from men specifically because we are not used to being treated like that from our dads. If from a young age you already got that treatment, you were already treated like a princess by the most important man in your life, your dad, it's so much more easy and so much more natural to want to get that treatment from other men and to expect it because that's literally your standard. So definitely ladies, if you have daughters, make sure that their dads are treating them like princesses. And this leads me into a personal story that I want to share with you. The story involves me and a friend of mine. So she was raised in a household with her dad, her mom, and she also had brothers. And she seemed to have a really good relationship with her dad and with her siblings. She was definitely being treated like a princess. So me and a friend, a couple of years ago, we went on vacation together. And on vacation, we met these two guys. Really nice guys. We had a really nice time together. So my friend wanted to go to this special location, but it was a long drive for us to get there. And she mentioned to the guy, hey, I really want to go to that place. And then he said, well, it's going to be difficult for us to get there. It's a long drive. So I don't think we can make it happen. And then she said, but I really want to go there. I really envisioned going there and it seems so nice. I really want to go. And she just insisted on wanting to go to that place. The guy said again, I think it's going to be really difficult to get us there. And I just thought, girl, they just said it's going to be difficult. Just let it go. And she was like, no, I really want to go. Ladies, I kid you not. The next morning they called us and they were like, ladies, make sure that you're ready at a certain time because we have the transportation and we're driving there. See you in an hour or two. And she definitely had a little bit of that entitlement. She wanted to go there, she expected it, and it happened. And it's because she expected it to happen, the other person made it happen for her because he was like, well, okay, that's what she wants, that's what she expects. Let me do whatever I can do in my power to make it happen for her. And they did. And we had a really nice time there. It was such a nice trip. But that's what I wanted to share with you, to give a little bit more of background information. It really has to do with your beliefs. That you trust you just expect it. It's that expectation, it's that slight entitlement. And of course, entitlement has a negative connotation, but you want to kind of feel a little bit entitled to certain treatment. And that is one of the easiest ways for you to feel that you deserve it, that you're worthy of it, and that you're gonna get it. So I hope that information, that background story, and also me sharing the whole being treated like a princess from a young age already makes it easier to receive that treatment. But even if you did not get that treatment growing up, you want to make that switch in your mind and just instill the beliefs in yourself that you are worthy of getting certain treatment. You are worthy of getting what it is that you want. And why? Because that's what you deserve. And I do have to say here, ladies, there is this fine line, right? Between being truly entitled and acting really spoiled and just feeling like this is what you want, it's what you deserve. Don't go to that side that you are acting like a spoiled brat, because there is nothing that is just repelling people from you, that is not attractive, that is just icky, basically. So as a grown woman, you need to understand that difference. Acting like a spoiled brat and feeling entitled in that way is not the way to go. But acting like a woman that is used to certain treatments and that is just deserving of certain treatments and coming from that space is very much more empowered, and people are more inclined to treat you with more respect, more kindness, and giving what it is that you want. Number 2, spoil yourself. Treat yourself like that princess. Set the example by treating yourself the way that you want other people to treat you. And this has to do with what I mentioned in the beginning. We show other people how to treat us by how we treat ourselves. This point is actually quite large because this point has to do with the physical things that you're doing for yourself. So let's say self-care activities, making sure that you pamper yourself, you give yourself a nice face mask, or you go and get a massage, or you cook yourself a delicious meal, or you go out, right? You go on these really nice solo dates and you take yourself out on a date and you treat yourself the way that you want another person, a romantic partner, to treat you. And this point is good because we're going to talk about this as well during the challenge, but more on that later on. But that's the physical part, literally treating yourself the way that makes you feel good, makes you feel like a princess. What are the things that you're saying to yourself? How do you treat yourself? Do you say kind words to yourself? And when you are doing something wrong, are you going to constantly beat yourself up about it and saying, oh, that was just so stupid, I cannot do this, yada, yada, yada? Or are you able to really treat yourself with kindness and say, hey, I did something wrong. Yes, that's true. But I have this information now. And now with this information, I can do better. I can learn from it in that way. So, how are you talking to yourself when no one is around? Are you your best friend? Are you kind to yourself? Do you give yourself grace? And how do you treat yourself? Do you take yourself out on dates? Do you go to an ice salon and get yourself an ice cream from time to time? Do you give yourself a nice, really nice girls' night in? Make some popcorn, sit on the couch, watch a nice movie, give yourself a food bath, or do you do your nails? All of those things are how you treat yourself, how you spoil yourself, how you pamper yourself, and how kind you are towards yourself. That's the second thing, because it's kind of impossible for people to treat you with so much love, respect, and give you that special treatment if you do not give that treatment to yourself first. So, number 2, spoil yourself, be kind to yourself, and treat yourself like a princess. Number 3 is to be kind and grateful. When you are kind to people, almost all of the time, people are also going to be kind to you. And this comes down to treat people the way that you want to be treated. Also express gratitude when somebody is being kind to you and is treating you with respect. It's this gratitude that is encouraging other people to continue to treat you well. Number 4, express your needs. How else will people know how to treat you? Going back to the example I gave with my friend, she made very clear what she wanted. She made her needs clear to the guy, and he made sure that her needs were met. And keep in mind that it's about how you express these needs and wants. Don't sound like someone who is extremely entitled and sounds like a spoiled brat. Sound like a grown woman who is used to be treated in a certain way and who desires certain things. That's a completely different way of expressing your needs. A great tip is to also use more of your emotions and your feelings when you are expressing your needs and wants. So an example could be, it would be so amazing, it would make me so happy if we could go on that trip. I'm craving that delicious meal from that restaurant we went last week. It makes me feel so happy whenever I receive flowers. Open communication can lead to that care and attention that you truly desire. Number 5, choose the right people. Go to where you are celebrated and not tolerated. Go where you are loved. Only surround yourself with people who value and respect you. You cannot receive princess treatment from people who don't like you, who don't respect you, and who don't value you. So know who you are spending your time with. Only choose people in your life that truly want to be there and that love and respect you. And that's why number 5 is to surround yourself with the right people. And with that point, we came to the end of today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I would really appreciate that. We are starting our challenge next month. Keep an eye on the community tab for more information. And that being said, I'm going to wish you all a very lovely day. And we will see each other in my next video. Have a lovely, lovely day, ladies. Bye.